Hello students, we are continuing with lesson 6 Weathering the Storm in Ersama, and in this chapter we have read that Prashant, who is a young boy, he had just gone to visit his friend where he was trapped in the super cyclone, and this super cyclone, it brought a huge destruction, and for 2 days he was caught there. But after 2 days, when the rainwater decreased, he decided to go to his own village to find his family. Even Prashant's friend's family, they pleaded him to stay back because it was dangerous yet, but he was firm to his decision. Now see, he equipped himself with a long, sturdy stick and then started on his 18-kilometer expedition back to his village through the swollen floodwaters. Now, Prashant, he equipped himself, he readied himself with a long, sturdy mean strong. He took a strong stick with him and started his 18-kilometer journey to his village through that swollen flood waters, through that water which was everywhere. No land was visible, only water was there. So it was a journey he would never forget, and this journey, or he was never going to forget this journey. He constantly had to use his stick to locate the road to determine where the water was most shallow, and he was using his stick to confirm to locate the road and to confirm where the water was most shallow. Otherwise he would have been drowned in that. So at places it was waist deep and progress was slow, and at some places the water was waist deep, you can see here in the picture, and he had to swim on that. He was just swimming in the land. So much water was filled there on the land that he was even swimming in that. After some distance, he was relieved to find two friends of his uncle who were also returning to their village. And after some distance, when he covered some distance, he was relaxed to find two friends of his uncle, those who were also returning to their own village. They decided to move ahead together. Now they all the three people, they decided to move forward together. As they moved through the water, as they just moved through that water, the scenes they witnessed grew more and more macabre. Macabre means fearful. As they were moving forward, they found the scene over there, it was more fearful. They had to push away many human bodies, men, women, children, and carcasses of dogs, goats, and cattle that the current swept against them as they moved ahead. Now, when they were moving ahead, they were moving forward, they have to push away many dead bodies of humans and animals which were just being brought by the flow of the water towards them. Now, in every village that they passed, they could barely see a house standing. And every village, or all the villages they were passing through, they were not able to see any house standing. Prashant now wept out loud and long. Now Prashant, he started weeping loudly and for a long time. He was sure that his family could not have survived this catastrophe. Catastrophe means natural disaster, natural tragedy. So he was sure now that his family, they would not have survived, or his family members, they would have been swept away by this catastrophe, this super cyclone, this tragedy. Eventually, Prashant reached his village, Kalikuta. His heart went cold. And finally, he reached his village, Kalikuta, but his heart went cold. But he was just afraid there. He was shocked there. Where their home once stood, there were only remnants of its roof. Earlier, where their house was standing, now only remains of the roof were there. Remnants mean remains, spoils, pieces. Some of their belongings were caught, mangled, and twisted in the branches of trees just visible above the dark waters. And some of their belongings, some of the possessions, some of the things, they were caught. He found them, mangled and twisted. Mangled mean broken, and twisted in the branches of trees, just visible above the dark waters. Only these things they were visible to him in the dark waters. Young Prashant decided to go to the Red Cross shelter to look for his family. And after that, Prashant, he decided to go to the Red Cross shelter to look for his family, to find his family member. Red Cross shelter, you can say, it's a refuge which was organized, or which was yes provided to them by an NGO, Red Cross shelter. So they have gone there. Rest will do later. Thanks.